In this exercise, the goal is to do some debugging. We're going to identify what's wrong with the code and fix it so that it works as expected. Now the goal is when you hit run code, it should print out the example output exactly as seen in the description pane. If the description pane is not open, remember you can always click on that big I button in order to bring it up. So you might see a certain number of errors when you hit the run code button without making any changes to the code. And based on what those errors tell you, or based on your knowledge of the print statement in Python, you should be able to fix the code so that it works correctly. Once the output in the output pane matches the example output exactly, then you can feel free to hit the submit button and check your code. And once you're done, or if you get stuck, remember you can hit the next button and I'll run through the solution together with you. So have a go now. Let's go through the solution together. In the first print statement, we're missing a double quote before the word day. That way, we can tell the computer which part of our entire line is the text that we want printed out. Now, if those double quotes are not matched, such as in the error code to begin with, then the computer doesn't know which part should be printed out. By adding that double quote, we fix the first print statement. In the second print statement, the problem is that we have only double quotes. The way that double quotes work is the computer is going to look for the first double quote and assume what's between that and the second double quote that it sees as the text you want to print. Now, this is complicated by the fact that we've got that plus symbol that we want to show in our print statement. The fix for this is to alternate the type of quote. So if we change the outer double quotes, the one just before the word string and just after the full stop, to single quotes, then our entire print statement makes sense to the computer and it sees that whole text inside the print statement as one block of text, and it knows that we want to print out the double quotes around the plus sign. In the third print statement, there is an extra indentation at the beginning of the line. And remember that in Python, it's very sensitive to indentation. It views that as separate from no indentation. So it's really important that we keep our code files organized. And in this case, if you simply just remove that extra indentation and make that print statement start at the beginning of the line, then we can fix this error. In the final error, we've got an extra opening parentheses in the print statement. And simply by removing it, it makes our code make sense. A print statement is comprised of the word print, the opening bracket, and the closing bracket. And what goes inside that is just the text we want to print. We can't have any extra symbols or extra code. As you get along with writing more code, you'll become more familiar with the format and the way that code is written. So don't worry if you got stuck on some of these errors. It's just a learning process. And as long as you can go back and fix your code and understand why it now works, then that's all I want to see.